everyone, this is Pico Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're going to talk once more about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and do some box office reporting in its second weekend of release, covering the period of Friday the 12th of May to Sunday the 14th of May 2023. Now there could be spoilers for the movie and all other movies and TV series within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so just beware when going into this overall video, and you can check out both my non-spoiler and spoiler reviews of the movie, and I'll leave some links within the description. So then we'll go on to this weekend's numbers, and in its second week, Volume 3 dropped only 49% for a 60.5 million approximate take within US cinemas. The movie has now grossed over 230 million in that territory. Internationally, the movie brought in another 91.9 million to bring its overseas total to 315.6 million. This now gives the movie a worldwide tally of 521.8 million. So when looking at these numbers, we ask how good or bad is this showing overall? Well, given all of the recent commentary surrounding the MCU and doubts over Phase 5 following Quantumania's box office failure, the various questions surrounding superhero fatigue and Marvel fatigue, and whether the movie's more darker elements would have turned off the more family-friendly audience, overall this was a great hold for the movie. Now normally the big budget superhero films, they drop around 60 to 65% in their second weekends. Now recent examples such as Quantumania dropped 70%, Black Adam dropped 69%, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, that dropped 67%, and even the massively popular Spider-Man No Way Home, that dropped 68% in its second weekend. So overall, this is very good signs for Volume 3, given the fact that it's already surpassed Quantumania's complete total in the US and also globally. I'd say there's now a much bigger chance for the movie to get to that $700 to $800 million range, which I think is probably the threshold of a movie this size in overall to determine whether it's a success or not. Now it does go without saying that we should get some perspective here and not get carried away either in the positive or the negative. Does this mean now that everything is okay for Marvel's Phase 5 and things will go back to the way that they used to be from Phase 1 to Phase 3? No, it doesn't. Does this mean that because Guardians still likely won't get to $1 billion, that the MCU is still doomed and this will be the end of the superhero genre? Again, it doesn't mean that. The fact that every other current long-running franchise, whether it be Mission Impossible, John Wick, or Hunger Games, or Transformers, they would absolutely love to have these type of numbers after week 2 of release. Now what this hold does tell us is that a good movie or a great movie that has good audience reception and a backing of strong marketing and brand recognition will overall succeed. If there's been a decline in performance in the majority of Phase 4 films and Quantumania, it's because the quality hasn't been as good, and it's as plain as simple as that. And generally the consensus surrounding Volume 3 by most people is that it's been the best MCU film since, at the very least, Spider-Man No Way Home, or even going further back with Avengers Endgame. And this is really a valuable lesson for Marvel, that they really need to concentrate much more on the quality rather than the quantity. Just throwing all of these Disney Plus shows and 3 movies a year at the audience, expecting them to turn up every single time, if the quality isn't good, that's not going to fly anymore. Now to an extent, they kind of got away with that, certainly within Phase 2, I would say. But now, with everybody having further options, particularly with streaming, Marvel does have to make sure that the content that they put out is very strong in terms of both its storytelling and its overall construction. And to an extent, Marvel has realised this by already scaling back the release dates of their upcoming content. And in many ways, Marvel has always had an advantage over its competition because of the good characters that it built up in those earlier phases, because it already has the brand recognition. So that's half of the battle in many ways. Trying to find an audience, establishing that audience and getting them to come back again and again. Marvel already has the fan base, it just has to maintain that they turn up by making sure that the product is good overall. And that's certainly the case with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I think overall the fact that they are one of the most popular characters within the MCU, alongside this being a very good film, it's no real surprise that this has managed to hold so well. So overall, I think the Guardians is still looking in good nick for at least probably around 700 to 750 worldwide. Again, it will see a much bigger drop next weekend with the upcoming Fast X. But I think overall this is a good result for both the Guardians of the Galaxy and even more importantly for the Marvel brand itself. And it will be interesting to see how exactly they approach the marketing strategy for the upcoming Marvels, the Captain Marvel sequel later on in November this year. So in other recent box office news, we look at the Super Mario Bros., which reasserted its position as the top grossing movie of 2023, grossing over $1.2 billion. And at this stage, I'm probably going to say that it will probably stay that way. As the highest grossing film of the year, one of the major contenders, Fast X, which opens this weekend, is probably the biggest competitor out of the big releases left that has any kind of chance of matching this gross worldwide. But of course, we'll get a better gauge of that possibility when the film opens this over a weekend. So let's my over thoughts and quick box office reporting on the second box office weekend of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is a really good sign of both the film and also Marvel going forward? Do you think it reignites hopes of Phase 5 and that it can be as successful or as close to as successful as perhaps Phase 3? Or do you think this is just lightning in a bottle because it's the Guardians, they're already well established and well popular, so as long as the movie was good, it was always going to be a success? And should we really wait for the Marvels to really get a further yardstick as to whether Marvel's Phase 5 is really going to be successful in the next upcoming years or not? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you have any other further suggestions regarding any other movies, television series, or any other topics within the pop culture and entertainment scene that you'd like to see me cover, then also let me know within the comments, and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on those topics within the future. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon.